On both sides. Clark, what's it like to be part of an up-and-coming team in this league?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a mixed bag. I think it's both very exciting and on occasion extremely frustrating because you don't know what you don't know, and the lack of experience sometimes is more prevalent with young teams than more experienced ones. So watching both of these teams develop over time is really going to be fun to see how their journey plays out.
These coaches will need a lot of patience, though, and the veterans on the team, too.
Exactly. Both ways. You're right.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Middleton and Giannis are your small and power forwards. Bledsoe is out there with Matthews, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. 4 on the clock, knocked loose, and stolen by Horford. Harris passes to Simmons. He kicks it to Richardson. Passes it to Horford. And here is Simmons. He's covered by Matthews. Simmons inside. Guarded by Bledsoe. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Now we'll go to our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown.
Well, Kevin, the crucial aspect in his mind is making things tough for them inside. He said they're a physical team, and they bring a lot of intensity. If we don't respond when they push us, we'll just get bullied all game. We're going to get down in the paint tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Hangs, and Simmons with the lay-in.
And I like watching Simmons go to work down low. I mean, with his length and strength, there aren't many guys that can keep up with him down there.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Embiid. Here's Bledsoe, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Horford.
You know, one of the things I'd like to see Bledsoe improve on is his passing. Other than that, I think his overall game is pretty solid. And Eric Bledsoe, so gifted athletically. He's got to learn to read the game as fast as he plays it, and that's a process. Staying under control, using change of pace, those are things he can tighten up.
That's good from Bledsoe. And playing under Chauncey Billups and Chris Paul, Eric Bledsoe got the message about playing Clark at 2 speeds.
Well, you know, it's almost like baseball. You've got to have a little change of pace in your game, the change-up to keep hitters off balance in baseball, same in basketball. And his strength helps him, too, now. He can hold off his defender while he downshifts to make decisions with the ball.
With the amount of characters and personalities on the Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with.
Yeah, they play with edge. They play with brashness. Some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it could get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
Here's Bledsoe after Ben Simmons' bucket.
Is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Boy, what's most impressive about Simmons is how he finds the open man so consistently, the vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Now here's Bledsoe. Lopez outside. And stolen by Simmons. Takes it off the glass. Simmons got 6 points.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Simmons against Bledsoe. Over Simmons, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots.
Here's Richardson. Following the basket by Brook Lopez. Back to Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Just an amazing feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
Well, for the Bucks in 2017, it was the opening of their new state-of-the-art team facility. A year later, right next door, they've inaugurated their new home arena.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Now here's Simmons. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game. And the Bucks sparing no expense with all these new assets.
Well, to bring top talent in and compete with the best, you need to create a winning environment and culture. The Bucks making those investments.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
The 76ers making a switch here. Burks is checked in. The Sixers' strength, Clark, on the offensive end is how many ways they can attack a team.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Deadly in transition because of Simmons' size, speed, and passing ability. And if they don't have something in the initial thrust, Embiid always an option to go to in the low post. They shoot it well from multiple positions. They've got a lot to like offensively.
Antetokounmpo. Rebound by the 76ers. Out to the right wing. They grab their own miss. Richardson up and in on the way. Richardson's got 6.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Bledsoe. Middleton against Harris. Middleton off the pick. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
Matthews with the steal. Bledsoe right side. And Middleton, the basket on the assist by Bledsoe. Middleton's got his second bucket of the game to go. Now here's Burke, guarded by Bledsoe. Harris inside. Lopez is there. Embiid kicks to Richardson. Embiid sets the pick for Richardson. An easy layup after coming off the pick. He's got 8. And the Bucks back in 2001, advancing to the conference finals in the subsequent 17 seasons, Clark. They've yet to win a playoff series. Is this the year?
Well, when you have a top 5 caliber player in Giannis Antetokounmpo, expectations rise and you do have a better chance to advance in the playoffs. Earning a top seed, though, I think is important because that gives you home court advantage, which we know is helpful.
Here's Harris. Following the basket by Chris Middleton. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Well, you got to respect not only the strength and size and agility of Embiid, but how about his balance, too? Able to finish through contact. That's impressive.
Now here's Bledsoe. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys with drives, and now with the three-point line, shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't
Yeah, great point.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
Embiid the screen. Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. And the 76ers lead by 5. Hill kicks to Antetokounmpo. There's the screen. Now the pass to Ilyasova. Back to Bledsoe. Ilyasova sets a screen for Bledsoe. Over Simmons. No good off the back of the rim. The 76ers leading by 5. Smith dishes to Simmons. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Ilyasova sets a screen for Antetokounmpo, and Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson, he's checked in for the 76ers. Antetokounmpo kicks to Connaughton. Rebound by Smith.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Burke. Lopez with the steal. Antetokounmpo with the ball. 5 points in the game. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also like the attack off the bounce. I mean, they're taking the initiative here in terms of getting into the lane and forcing the defense to collapse.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And a season after he won the most improved player, Antetokounmpo, Clark, was a legit MVP contender.
No doubt about it. I think if the Bucks had been a top seed, perhaps he could have won it, although James Harden was phenomenal last season. The league has been put on notice. This is a guy who wouldn't surprise me at all if he became an MVP at some point in his career.
A quick look, no good that time.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
Antetokounmpo defending to the paint and stolen by Ilyasova. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. On the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And you might have heard this story about Giannis growing a couple of inches since he was drafted, but how about the strength this kid is at? Under 200 pounds as a rook. He's added a good 35 pounds of muscle through his dedication in the weight room.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And you talk about Antetokounmpo's strength, Clark. It serves him well with his attacking style.
No question about it, Kevin. I mean, he used to just try to blow by defenders. Now he'll go right through you. He'll get his weight into you, get you on your heels, and then with that unbelievable reach, you've got no chance.
Here's Korkmaz. Smith outside. Can't hit that one. Good D by Lopez. The Bucks trail. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's guarded close.
Excellent defensive commitment that time from Johnson. He's always there and present.
Here's Korkmaz at the tip.
And this is what you get with Embiid. A real scrapper, even though he's a big, skilled, talented guy. He's an energy guy as well.
Outside Hill. Kicks to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Ilyasova. Lets it go from 11. The shot, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Here's Burke. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Now it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
And, you know, the Bucks in recent seasons have employed an aggressive trapping style defensively. Diminishing returns, though, as the league has figured it out. Now they've gone back to the drawing board.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 11 points in the game. The dish to Hill. Ilyasova a screen. Back to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Burke with it. He's guarded by Hill. They set the pick. Back to Burke. Passes it to Korkmaz. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the long reach of Antetokounmpo. I mean, stretches for days. And because of that, he's excellent at challenging shots.
And here is Hill. Shoots from the right block, and he gets it to go. 15 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Nice concentration from Giannis Antetokounmpo. Outstanding job looking over the defense and staying focused on the basket.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. 76ers ahead, leading by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, you know, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense, on every possession.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
On the court for the Bucks, we've got Robin Lopez. Antetokounmpo is out there with John Lure. Then it's George Hill, and it's Connaughton in at the 2. And it's the Bucks on the break. Outside Hill. And Lure kicks to Antetokounmpo, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Horford.
You know, what you really like about Antetokounmpo is he wants to keep getting better. I'd say he's accomplished that and then some.
It up, and this next one could give them the lead. Clark, obviously everyone's looking for talent, but talk about some of the players whose work ethic sets them apart in your mind.
Jimmy Butler's work ethic, I think, made him into an all-star. obviously had good size and athleticism, but refined his offensive game and is now a multi-time All-Star, and his work ethic is top level. Any of the guys that you've seen impact their teams or come from low draft positions or undrafted, Patrick Beverley, how about him as a guy that you look at and say, man, this guy's work ethic has really made the difference in his career.
And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the contest.
One shot.
And that one falls for Burke.
Well, guys, when you talk about some of the great turnarounds for a franchise in NBA history, the process for the 76ers has paid dividends. They went from 10 wins in 2016 to 52 wins last year.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And the basket by Horford. And the steps, Clark, the 76ers have taken. It's only the beginning.
Yeah, this is really the ideal situation to have if you're the Sixers. I mean, this team's built to last and still has good draft assets and flexible cap space. I mean, come on. That's an abundance of riches there.
Here's Korkmaz. His three-pointers off the mark.
And I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit, too.
And the rejection by Smith. Here's Korkmaz. Horford with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's Korkmaz. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got his fourth rebound in this one. Dishes it to Hill. And there's the pass to Lopez. Off the pick. And the dunk by Lopez.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And Clark, you look at the Bucks roster. What's the biggest area of need in your opinion?
The question mark I see is the center position, Kevin. Thon Maker might have some upside and could very well fill that void, but they lack a presence in there now.
And the 76ers with some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Johnson. Richardson comes in for Smith. And Simmons subbed in for Trey Burke. Now here is Horford. Richardson against Korver. Richardson the pass to Horford. Here's Simmons. The shot's good. And the assist by Horford. And 12 points for Ben Simmons.
That, to me, is good use of the mid-range J by Simmons, taking whatever the defense gives him out there.
And it goes down 2 points. 25 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
Simmons against Bledsoe. Lays it up and banks it in. Bledsoe's got 8 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Now here's Middleton after Ben Simmons' miss.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Now here is Harris. Korkmaz kicks to Simmons. Over Bledsoe. Harris trying to get free. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Bucks have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Middleton on the wing. He has 6. He can't get that one, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. Inside, it's stolen by Korver. Antetokounmpo against Harris. Antetokounmpo dishes to Bledsoe. Middleton outside. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And that's now 9 points for Chris Middleton. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And here's Korver following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. Lure the screen. Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. Lure sets the pick for Middleton. Pulls it up. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Harris a screen on Korver. Up top, Simmons. Guarded by Bledsoe. In the corner, Horford with it. And here's Harris from the arc. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Tobias Harris in his 8th season in the NBA and still just 26 years old.
Yeah, I mean, 1 season at Tennessee, and he has slowly but steadily improved each year. And, you know, he's gotten stronger, more consistent with his long-range shooting, and he's found his calling as one of those prototype small ball forwards. Up top, Bledsoe. To the paint. Here's Matthews trying to get open as Lopez. And Matthews gets it to go in on the assist from Eric Bledsoe.
And nice to watch Matthews rise up with confidence, Kevin. Superb at getting good position close to the rim.
For the 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Harris against Wilson. He dishes it to Matthews. He kicks it to Bledsoe. Pass to Wilson. Outside Matthews. Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Richardson. Drops in the layup for 2. Richardson's got it all tied up now for the 76ers. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Bledsoe passes to Wilson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Now here's Simmons. 16 points for him. Back to Richardson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. Embiid, he's checked in for Al Horford. Pass to Richardson. Embiid sets the pick for Richardson. To the middle. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. And it's 8 points for Joel Embiid. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Embiid with the steal. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That's his first foul. The Bucks making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. Harris inside. Defended by Ilyasova. That puts them in the lead. And it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Passes to Connaughton. Ilyasova a screen. Here's Bledsoe. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Tell you what, if you're going to hit Bledsoe, you really got to give it to him, because when you don't, he just works through that contact.
The Bucks have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Philadelphia's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Simmons sets a screen for Richardson. Deflects the pass, and it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Yeah, refusing to give up anything easy. Solid defense, and I like that attitude.
Now here is Harris. 5 points in the game. Now here's Embiid. High post shot.
And Matthews doing a really good job contesting shots, using his quick hands very well there on defense.
He feeds it to Lopez. And Embiid with the block.
And Embiid is a determined defender. I mean, slotting away shots. He's got excellent reach and timing. Makes him a good shot blocker.
Richardson the pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
It's dangerous now letting Embiid get this deep. You're asking to get posterized with the throwdown.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
And stolen by Simmons. And here we go. Here's Richardson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists in the game.
Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hand.
There's a good screen. Ilyasova against Harris. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
Smith checked in for Philadelphia. Now here's Matthews. Ring shot on the way. That one off the back iron and out. Philadelphia leading by 4. Harris passes to Smith. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 6-point Philadelphia lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Hill kicks to Lopez. Ilyasova against Harris. Ilyasova dishes to Hill. The pass to Matthews. Fade away. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Simmons against Hill. Out to the wing. Embiid inside. Lopez is there. Chalk up 2 there. Embiid's got 6 here in this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Connaughton. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Hill against Simmons. The wide open look here for Lopez. Sinks the triple. Lopez has got 5 now.
Lopez is really dangerous as a shooter if you give him space to catch and then shoot.
Hill against Simmons. Kicks to Embiid. Over Lopez. Embiid, no good. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. 76ers lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Well, Ernie, I'm not even a player anymore, but I'm not happy with the soft defense they had. Full of holes, allowing over 60% shooting. Ridiculous, fellas. It's amazing that they're still in this game. I think it's going to come down to how bad they want it. I even want it. Ernie, sign me on a 10-day contract right now.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one, he's been everywhere.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Horford is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Simmons in at the point guard. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Ben Simmons, such a force when catching the ball, moving at the rim. But you know, Clark, he can get there on his own just as well.
Yeah, he's got a great knack for being able to get where he wants to with the ball. His size and strength and agility certainly help him. And he understands angles. This guy is just a jump shot away from being virtually unguardable, in my opinion.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Horford gets the bucket.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Here's Middleton following the basket by Al Horford. Yep, that one goes. Matthews has got his second bucket.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Simmons against Bledsoe. Feeds it to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, you know, he's one of the toughest matchups in the game without question. Embiid is excellent at staying aggressive when he's hot.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. 27 points for him.
You know, we always talk about what a rare talent Giannis is, and it's true. Unrivaled athleticism and versatility.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
Yeah, 76% from the line a season ago, and most would consider that to be a success.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Richardson kicks to Simmons. To the paint. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Pass to Richardson. Back to Simmons. Embiid in the corner. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Matthews, and it's sent back by Horford. Here's Simmons. Rebound, Milwaukee. Bucks trail by 6. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Horford. The Bucks have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And the 76ers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's Simmons. Foul on the play. Basket count, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And that one misses.
Boy, the athleticism that Simmons has is downright scary. I mean, remarkable, the talent this man has. And the potential, I think, to be a a multi-time All-Star.
And Wes Matthews, a player who has done a great job, Clark, of recovering from a ruptured Achilles.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Kevin. That's not an easy injury to come back from. He had his injury in 2015 and has been one of the best examples of full recovery from what can be a devastating career-threatening injury. Reached out to DeMarcus Cousins, and Cousins ruptured his Achilles to give him a voice of somebody who had already traveled that road.
On defense, the Bucks, 4-point game. Harris misses off the left iron. Bucks trail by 4.
And you know, Wes Matthews still a very talented player in this league. I mean, excellent presence on both ends of the floor. And he certainly has always been a solid defender on the wing.
Harris kicks to Simmons. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Off the screen, and it's good on the layup. Simmons got 20 points. And for Matthews, he prides himself on being a two-way player.
And, you know, his three-point shooting percentage might not be that impressive, but given the volume of threes he takes, pretty solid. Terrific character guy, hard-working, always engaged. And he doesn't need to have the ball to stay involved. I mean, this guy's never going to be a star, but he's going to be one of those guys that always add value to a team.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Philadelphia?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Mind the lanes. Yeah, and also, how about their post scoring throughout this game? I mean, they have just been terrific on the interior.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris, and Trey Burke subbed in for Ben Simmons. Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. Philadelphia leading by 4. There's the feed to Richardson. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. That's good from Richardson. Bucks trail by 7. Now here's Bledsoe. Burke covering. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Bledsoe drops them both. The 76ers leading by 5. Burke kicks to Johnson. Embiid the screen. There's a screen. Back to Burke. Pass to Embiid. Over onto the Kumbo. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Joel Embiid has a nice shooting touch and does not lack for confidence and seems to be getting better in the mid-range area.
Lopez, a screen on Richardson. Matthews goes in. It's deflected. Now Richardson. He's got 18. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Richardson. And now it's a 9-point Philadelphia lead. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Embiid against Lopez. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And that's now 6 points for Wesley Matthews. Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. Johnson outside. Pass to Korkmaz. Embiid the screen. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. Now here's Burke, guarded by Bledsoe. Stolen by Bledsoe.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
The 76ers leading by 5. Richardson with it. Matthews covering. Richardson against Matthews. Embiid. And he banks in the layup. Embiid's got 10 points in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now here's Bledsoe. Burke covering. And it's Bledsoe off the drive.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. So both teams making some changes here. And he ends up missing both free throws.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Smith for 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Bucks trail by 7. To the inside. It's stolen by Smith. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Bledsoe outside. Hill passes to Antetokounmpo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 40 points.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Embiid kicks to Smith. Embiid the screen. Smith the pass to Embiid. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Embiid's got the lead up to 9 now for Philadelphia. Bucks trail by 9. Now here's Bledsoe. D right on him. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Two shots.
And that one misses.
And he has been grinding away to get himself to the line. It hasn't always turned into points, but he's doing a lot of the dirty work for them.
Al Horford's checked in for Korkmaz. sinks the second. Burke with it. He's got 9. He kicks it to Horford. Over Ilyasova, and again it's Philadelphia.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Bucks trail by 10. And here's Bledsoe. He's got 14. And Ilyasova kicks to Bledsoe. Smith against Hill. Over Smith. Goes back up. And it's Lopez laying it in. Lopez has got his second basket of the game.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Burke. 9 points in the game so far. There's the pass to Embiid. Picked by Horford. Smith the pass to Horford. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Bucks trail by 8. Here is Bledsoe. Hill with it. Now Smith defending. Middleton right side. Kicks to Ilyasova. Deep 2 from Hill. And that's good for 2.
Commendable awareness by Hill, noticing the defense was sagging off of him as the pass was coming, and then just squaring up and knocking it down.
Now here's Burke. Horford the pass to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Embiid with a screen on Hill. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
For Philadelphia, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
The first free throw is good. And Simmons, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And so he hits both. So it's the Bucks now, trailing here by 8. Smith against Hill. Lopez sets a screen for Bledsoe. The kick out to Ilyasova. Off target from outside.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
They get it back. Here's Horford. And at last, they get one to fall. Horford's got 8 points.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Hill against Smith. The drive by Hill. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
You know, that's not how you distribute the ball. Needs to be more focused when making passes like that.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Embiid. We've got 1:28 left here in the third quarter. Smith kicks to Horford. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And really, Simmons makes it look elementary, simple. I mean, the way he attacks defenses from multiple angles is hard to deal with if you're defending.
Now here's Bledsoe. 14 points for him. To the inside. And Lopez throws it down.
Chalk that up. Lopez won't miss many of those.
Philadelphia leading by 10. Pass to Simmons. Got it. Good job in the low post. Simmons got 24 points.
Tell you what, does not matter what the defense throws his way. The heart of Simmons allows him to play through that, and he's still going to knock the shot down.
Middleton, and it falls over the rim and in. He's got 11.
Man, I tell you what, Middleton does a nice job using his length inside. You know, when he gets in a good spot, he's a high percentage shooter from there.
Smith, the pass to Simmons. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Simmons got the lead up to 12 now for Philadelphia.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two.
Gentlemen, two shots. Roof shots.
No good on that one.
And Middleton, the former second-round pick now, has put a lot of work in on his game. I mean, a ton of work. Really carving out a nice spot in the league as a result of his hard work.
The 76ers leading by 11. Bledsoe against Simmons. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's Philadelphia. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Let's be the one that just plays harder. Keep playing through it. Keep playing. Keep playing our game. Here we go.
Mike Budenholzer laying it down to his good team, asking a little bit more from the energy standpoint, more effort from his guys.
Yeah, and I think he sees an opportunity for them to try and make a move here. Doesn't want to let that pass by.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Middleton and Ilyasova holding down the forward spots. George Hill out there at Bledsoe. And it's Lopez in at the center position.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass. And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
Here's Bledsoe. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw.
and he's letting a lot of points get away at the free throw line tonight. It's got to be frustrating to have all that hard work not pay off.
And the Bucks making a change here. Matthews is checked in. And he's good on the second. Here's Smith. Philadelphia leading by 10. Outside, Simmons. Pick by Horford. Simmons using the pick. The 76ers with another miss. Bucks trail by 10. Middleton against Harris. Bledsoe kicks to Ilyasova. Bucks passing it around. Lopez a screen. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And Matthews gets it to go.
Remarkable poise from Wesley Matthews. Looks like he's very comfortable shooting as soon as that ball hits his hand.
Simmons against Bledsoe. And that one, good. Simmons got 12 points here in the second half.
I tell you, Ben Simmons is really putting work in on that jumper. I mean, it's looking better and better every time I see him.
Knocks it loose. Here's Lopez. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And at that range, hey, hard for the defense to really affect that shot. I mean, Lopez is just too good.
Simmons dishes to Smith. Back to Simmons. He feeds it to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. Matthews a screen on Simmons. And Bledsoe, here we go. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
This is what Bledsoe loves doing. I mean, penetrating, probing, finding his way, looking to get close to the bucket. That's when he's at his best.
Horford's shot is good.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Timeout called the Bucks. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
I don't think the defense has an answer for him, Kevin. I mean, he's simply going off right now, knocking down everything.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Josh Richardson comes in for Smith. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Now, here's Richardson. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Right wing. Here's Horford. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And Middleton kicks to Bledsoe. Over in the corner, Matthews. Fires at the elbow. And the Bucks miss again. The 76ers leading by 14. Matthews against Richardson. Simmons sets a screen for Richardson. There's the dish to Simmons. Launches a 3. Embiid. Great positioning on the putback. And the 76ers lead by 16.
Hey, and when you neglect to box Embiid out, you pay the price. His athleticism, impressive.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Shooting two.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
And, you know, he may finally be rounding into form after what's been a tough game for him at the line prior to this trip.
And Eric Bledsoe drops them both. The 76ers leading by 14. Simmons passes to Richardson. He kicks it to Embiid. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
You know, you got to love watching Embiid play the game because he has such great passion and really a drive to be great.
And the first one drops. Good on both.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
A shot by Middleton, wide open. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. And that's 15 points for Chris Middleton.
Whenever you give Middleton that kind of space to fire off the pick, he's good to go. One of the best scorers in the game.
Here's Richardson, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And they pick up 2.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And, you know, it's obvious why Antetokounmpo is an MVP candidate. I mean, he's a ferocious player, great competitive spirit, tremendous work ethic, and highly skilled. He wants to dominate.
Now here's Simmons. Embiid against Lopez. And the shot goes in from Embiid. Embiid's got 8 points in the quarter.
Get Embiid the ball and he goes to work, especially that close to the basket.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Middleton. Outside Matthews. Here's Antetokounmpo. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Antetokounmpo's got 44.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Embiid the screen. Back to Simmons. Harris outside. Right side Simmons. Over Bledsoe. No good from Simmons. Bucks trail by 13. Harris against Middleton. Bledsoe against Simmons. And Bledsoe, here we go. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Robin Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. second free throw, good. The 76ers leading by 12. Simmons against Bledsoe. A fader. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And that's now 30 points for Ben Simmons. Bledsoe kicks to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. And stolen by Simmons. To the middle. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got his 8th assist in the game. Bucks trail by 16. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. There's the screen. Middleton against Harris. Shots good by Middleton.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic and when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
The 76ers leading by 14. Simmons dishes to Richardson. Back to Simmons. Lopez with the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he makes that one. Antetokounmpo's got 46 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Simmons, a screen on Matthews. They double him with Matthews. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it next.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Bucks trail by 12. Bledsoe against Simmons. Lopez a screen. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
Greg, I think they're just giving the game to him at this point. Can't make those kinds of errors.
Simmons against Bledsoe. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And with Simmons, you get it all. I mean, the shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Antetokounmpo's got 48.
Antetokounmpo going to work inside. Yeah, he's 6'11", but he's also relentless.
Stolen by Middleton, and it's the Bucks on the break. Bledsoe's running, and that one is off. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Now, here's Richardson. Horford sets a screen for Richardson. That one doesn't drop. Bucks trail by 12. Down low. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Richardson. Ball's knocked loose. Harris against Middleton. Middleton against Harris. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Now here's Bledsoe. Shot from 16, and he knocks down the jumper. Bledsoe's got 13 points in the second half.
Nice job by Bledsoe keeping the mid-range game alive because that requires shot discretion, and he showed it to you there.
Now here's Matthews. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good work defensively by Horford.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Lopez, a screen on Horford. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
Now here's Simmons. Now the pass to Embiid. Richardson against Matthews. Matthews with the steal.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the 76ers.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Ben Simmons.
Well, it was a pleasure watching him get his guys involved. I mean, his passing was tight and on time, really sharp tonight.
Kicks it to Richardson. Pass to Embiid. There's 21 seconds left in the game. It's stolen by Harris. Feeds to Simmons. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long, everyone.